everyone, I'm back. Don't know what happened there, but I'm back now, so hopefully it should be good for the rest of this stream. I'm not sure what I've missed, but I've missed Little going P1. So that was nothing on the soft eye. Is Amir just starting a lot? I think he might be. Not too sure what happened there, but hopefully we're all good. I'll go on with Amir because I think he's on an actual hot lap. If you hear any munching, it's because I'm eating my cheese on toast. So sorry if you hear any of that. I'll try it quietly. But near 2 cents up in the first sector, or nearly 3 cents up. So very good first sector from him. So he's going to come through the fast right-hander. He's going to miss his apex a little bit, so that might cost him just a tiny bit. I'm not sure who Amir is. I don't know if he was in the league before, but obviously he must have joined CPI Esports or whatever they're called, I don't really care, but he must have joined them, so I'm not sure what his previous game tag was, but it's somebody. And he'll come out of the penultimate corner. Crossfire, I think it's going to be P1. Oh, it might not be P1. It is P1. Very close there between Abiodun, Lawmans, ILRT Lickle, and CPI Amir. So, FIFA for the win is Amir apparently. I'm not 200% sure, that's what I'm being told, so we'll go off that. Lawmans blows everybody out the way. Rick on 16-9. Ooh, Amir on 16-8, wow. Wow. Harry. Who's on the lap then? Nobody. Oh, Prague might be. Nope. Oh. We try. Oh no, we can't do that. Oh. Medium pilot. Will he be going for pole? No, not quite. P9. Ooh, not very good there. They take around the final corner. Oh, there goes the Salva. P5. So that's qualifying. Paris. Guess quite a surprising P1 to be honest. Very, very close. Oh, get off my screen, all you glitchy people. Medium pilots starting P10, that's quite a shock to be honest. Look at that. The top 6 cover by 5/10. Wow. Leo got DSQ'd. I must have missed that when I lagged out. Cliffy's saying he just woke up, so that's definitely an excuse not to race. Cliffy, since you've just woke up, would you like to join me in the com box? Contribute to the FRS even if you can't race. And see if we get a response. But cloudy here at Spain. We'll wait for everyone to ready up. We need to see what people outside top 10 tyres what I say start on. Where is it? Here we are. So outside top 10 we have David on mediums, Ted on softs, Zex on mediums, Josh on softs, me, Lewis on mediums, Lewis on mediums, Alex on softs, and me on mediums. Very interesting. We need to see if Paris can carry over his pace from qualifying because I really expect Paris to get pole. We have Abby Oden all the way down in P7 as well. I mean, I expected him to be maybe a little bit higher as well. Oh no, some cheese has fallen off my toast. Paris on. Gonna come up to the grid, get ready to start the Spanish Grand Prix in FRS Season 1. Sorry about that. There's now Leroy will pull into his grid position. So here we are at Spain, FRS Season 1. The lights might come on, I'm not sure, maybe? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. And it is lights out and away we go here for FRS Spain. Oh, and very close there between Carlos and the Ferrari already. And no, all clean. It looks all the Ferrari. CPI Mir already going for it. Very close. And the Mir gets pushed wide. That's not allow JPEX through. All looks pretty clean though, to be honest. Littleblock's going to look for maybe a move on a Mir as well. Dreadful start from it, over aggressive and just gets punted out the way. Well, not punted, but squeezed out. I'm going to look around the outside. No, but Paris manages to hold on to his lead. Very good start there for Paris. Not very good start there for Lickle. I expected him to maybe get a couple more positions. But CPI and Mears really had a dreadful start. Could have maybe got P1, but over aggressive and he's down to P5. Yellow flag sector 2, who is it? Oh, it's me, Lewis Hamilton. He's backwards. He's forwards now. But not very good from him. And we have Abby Oden trying to overtake Little Blocks. Ooh. So close to contact. The grid very evenly spaced out until we get to Martin, who's all the way back. So Paris will lead the first lap of the Spanish Grand Prix, setting 24.8 on his way. Onyx Mir in the slipstream night. I think he's going to be close enough to try and make a move this lap. No, he's not going to be. And we have JPEX in third, CPI Mir in fourth, Littlebox in fifth, Abiodun in sixth, Praga up in seventh, File in eighth, Lawmans in ninth, and David Wallbank in 10th. Medium Pilot, he's had a horrible start. It's gone from ninth all the way down to 11th. And we have Yellows in sector 1, and Zexit is out of this race already. Not very good there for the Haas driver. But I'm very surprised that Paris managed to hold into that league. I didn't really expect him to do that. Ooh. I don't know if that's lag or Paris is all over the shop. Yellows in sector 1 and 2. Is it Tez Wilson? Tez Wilson is off. And I believe he has no front wing, so no front wing there for Tez Wilson, so that's his points hope over, I would imagine. Look at him, oh wow. And Medium Pilot's now being overtaken by Josh. Medium Pilot's got to have some sort of damage, because this pace for Medium Pilot is terrible. Let's go on with the leaders, about to come down the main straight. Will anyone be close enough to make it overtake? Ooh, Lickle, maybe. Ooh. No, not quite. Safety car! Oh, safety car! Well then, this is interesting. I assume most people probably pit. I mean, the clouds gathering though, so maybe some rain on the horizon. Let's have a look. Well, all these guys have already passed the pit lane. I'm not sure what other people are going to do, but this is intriguing. Oh, it's raining! Oh, it's raining already, so I mean, I'm not sure. Do they fit for inters? Do they stay out on the dries? Well, I guess we're about to find out. Paris is about to come past the pit lane. Is Paris going to peel into the pit lane? I'm not sure. And he is going to stay out. And we have some pitters. No, we don't. Taking the pit lane. Abby Odin's in. So Abby Odin is into the pits. Now, what tyres is he going to go on to? So's Josh. He might have had damage, so he might go on to another set of dries. And it's super softs going on for Abby Odin. What's Josh going to go on to? Josh is going on to a set of super softs as well. So I'm not really sure whether they have damage or not, but oh, excuse me. But look, I think that's the first time I've actually seen the safety car this game. It's very rare. But this is going to bring people such as Medium Pilot back into the fight, maybe. And Josh and Abiodun actually come out ahead of Medium Pilot. And Lewis Hamilton's pitting as well. He's got a 5-second stop go to serve, I believe, so this is a good time for him to do it. Oh, Jakitex! Jakitex has a 5-second stop go. For some reason they're not serving his thing. Is he stuck in the pits? No, he's not. It's just a glitch. But Jakitex collision with CPI Mir, I believe. Let's have a look. Collision with CPI Mir gets him a 5-second stop go. CPI Mir got a stop go as well. Well then, this is interesting. This that basically gets both of these two out. So this promotes Liquor into third. Oh, these guys need to calm down on the safety car, man. Safety car's going to stay out at least one more lap. Nah, the open supers, yeah, definitely one to watch. Ooh, that's very... The Toro Rosso seems to be darting on... Ooh! Jake Tech's now taking up the braking boards. Any no racing line users probably won't be too happy with him. When they're weaving on track lights, it actually looks very chaotic, even though this is probably the least likely time they are to crash. It all looks very scary. Just seeing cars weaving all over the place. And now, Lewis Hamilton's got another 5 second stop go. He's crashed on his outlap. So this race really not going too well for him. And Alice got a penalty for a collision with Abiodun Adeleke, I believe. Yep. So I believe Lewis Hamilton's one stop go away from getting disqualified. And he's out on the set of softs. Safety car, is it coming in this lap? We'll see if the lights go off on top of the car. Yes, safety car in this lap, safety car in this lap. And the rain seems to be getting a bit heavier, so we need to see how long these guys go with before pitting for the intermediates. 11 people watching, not too bad. So, Paris getting ready to start this field back after the safety car period. Cold tyres, this could be interesting. Paris really backing them up, and he decides to go now. But Onyxmer stuck right with him. Can Onyxmer... DRS enabled for some reason, now it's been disabled. So is that David Wallbank? David Wallbank's off, and somebody else is off. It's Alex. Alex is off, but Onyxmer. Maybe looking for a move into turn 1. Oh! No, but... Oh! CPI Mir's got the move on Jake Tex. Let's have a look down further back down the grid. How's Abiodun getting on? All over the back of Leroy. What else is going on though? Jake Tex not going to be close enough. File on Praga now. And ooh, not going to be close enough to make the move. But somewhere I must have missed it. I think CPI Mir manages to get past Jake Tex, his teammate, to get P3. But look how close they all are to this one here, Paris. And he's trying to pull that gap a little bit because down the straight, the main straight, he's gonna be dog food. Oh, car off in the back, Leroy. And he's retired from this race now. Jake Tex must have had something go wrong because he's got fallen down to 6th. This race is crazy. Ilati Lickle now up to 3rd place. Insane scenes. But is Onyxmer close enough to the back of Paris to make a move for the lead? Weaving to try and get some heated post tyres in these damp conditions. And he's backing off, he's deciding not to go for the overtake. Lewis and Abiodun. Is Abiodun going to be able to hold it around the outside of Lewis? Yes, he is. That's up to P8 now for Abiodun. All over the back of File as well now. What a run from Abiodun. Is he going to look up the inside? He is. That's going to be another position gained for the German driver. And luckily for Paris, Onyxmer's fallen back a little bit. But look at Abiodun, he's got so much more grit than all of these drivers on the softs. all over the back, well basically all over the back of Jaketex now. It's closing up so fast. This strategy could have been a masterclass for Abiodun. Now, is DRS going to be enabled? I'm not too sure, because this will be the third lap, or the end of the second lap, start the third lap. So is DRS going to be enabled? When will Paris cross the line? And it is going to be enabled. So not wet enough to disable DRS just yet, but still wet enough to really affect these soft runs. As you can see, Abiodun is living proof that these soft runs are being hampered mega by this rain. As look, Jaketex goes wide, he has to go across the circuit, and that's going to give Abiodun the position. Abiodun already up into P6. Wow, Onyxmer, yellow flag sector 3, Alice is out. Medium pilot on his medium tyres, really having a horrible race, the championship contender. Horrible race for medium pilot there. Jaketex picks up a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting already, so he's going to have to try and hold back on those corner cuts. He's a little going to be close enough for a move maybe on Onyx. Not this lap, or not this straight anyway. And Abiodun up the inside of Praga. Is he going to be able to get the traction? I believe he is. Around the outside, what an overtake this would be if he manages to pull this off. He's going to get the better run off the corner. And yes, what a move from Abiodun. Abiodun showing true potential here at the Spanish Grand Prix. Now he's little going to be close enough to Onyxmer with DRS now. He's going to open up the DRS. He's going to close rapidly onto the back of Onyxmer. Onyxmer goes defensive. Little going to look round the outside. Can he make it stick? He's not going to be left much room. The contact! Onyxmer almost going round. Is that going to allow CPI Amir to maybe get his nose inside? No, it's not quite, but that could... Oh, Amir's off! Amir's off! That's horrible for Amir. He's going to lose so many positions now. File's going to get past him. No, his teammate's looking maybe for an opportunity, and he's got no grip. He's pushing too hard on, and he's got graph on his tyres. He's down to P8, so the Ferrari people are just blowing themselves up. I mean, they've got nobody else to blame, and also they've got 5 seconds stop goes, which is going to make this race even more painful for them in the coming future. Little going to dive bomb it up the inside of Onyxmer, wheel banging, but he's going to back out of that one. And then, oh, Amir and Jaketex have had a collision, and I believe Jaketex is done. I didn't quite catch it, but Amir seems to be all over the road. And Jaketex has called it a day there. And CPI Amir has just left the session straight out. He hasn't even retired. And Lickle's in. Lickle is into the pit lane. Make sure he's not speeding. Abiodun up into P3. And I'm not sure what Jaketex is doing here, but... And ILRT Lickle is going to go onto the intermediate tyres. Might be a bit too early, but... I mean, with Abiodun maybe trying to get past Onyxmer on this lap. We'll have to see. I'll go on board with Lickle and see what his pace looks like. Yellow flag sector 3. I think it might be Jaketex. But look at Abiodun, he's got, although it may not look like, he's got so much more grip than Onyxmer. Look at this. Look how much he's gained out of here. He's gained half a tenth just out of that really past corner alone. But the star of the show so far has been Paris. Oh, never mind that. Paris has gone off. That's going to lose Paris quite a lot of time. That's going to lose him about 2 seconds, in fact. And now also he's got grass in his tyres, so he's got to be extra careful. We're going to see Paris in. No, Paris is going to go another lap. Are we going to see Onyx in? No. Abiodun not in either, so Lickbox decided to make a really early call. Now, Abiodun with the DRS, maybe. Yes, with the DRS. It's going to pull to the outside. Should be quite a simple move. You should be able to get later on the brakes than Onyxmer. And around the outside, Onyxmer decides to really defend this position. He pushes Abiodun off. Abiodun returns the favour and Onyxmer is into the gravel. I'd say that was more a racing incident than Abiodun's fault. And Abiodun's off as well! Tragedy for the German driver. And now Praga's looking for P2. One action pack race here in FRS. Is he going to be able to make the move? No, he's not. Onyxmer's going to be able to hold on to P2, but I wonder what happens to Abiodun there. All this balance is going to allow Lickle to maybe even hold on to that P2 with that early stop, and I mean Abiodun pushing people off left, right, and centre. Oh, he's got barely any grip on those super soft tyres. Those super soft tyres have got to be wearing now. Because Lickle doesn't seem to be doing too bad on these intermediate tyres. I'm just taking it a little cautiously. Now, is Paris going to come in? No, he's going to go again. Is Onyx going to come in? No, he's going again. Praga's going again. Flyle's going again. Abiodun's going again. Lewis coming in. Medium Pilot staying out Josh in. And he's just giving himself wing damage. Now, where is Lickle going to come out in comparison to Lewis? Because Lewis was battling in the midfield, so if he can come out well in front of Lewis, I reckon he's looking good. So Lewis is going to put on the intermediate tyres. Now, where is Lickle? There goes Lickle. Quite far in front of Lewis, so this is looking good here for Lickle Blocks. He's out a good 3 seconds in front of Lewis, so I'm not sure if he's going to be able to jump the likes of Abiodun, File and Praga. Maybe. I think one of these got a 5-second stop go. A lot of stop goes. That was Alice, who I don't believe that is in the race any longer. So we have 18 to start and we've got 10 left. There's Paris in. Paris going again. Wow. Praga's going to come in. File's going to come in. Abiodun's going to come in. So only Onyx and Paris are going to be the ones staying out. Medium Pilot's in as well. So now where is Lickle what's going to come in comparison to all of these guys? Let's go with Lickle and see. He's come round the final proper corner now. Through this, I don't know if he's just starting the way. Maybe just. Where is Praga? Medium Pilot's going to be held long in the pits. And there he goes, past Praga, well in front of Praga actually. A good second and a half. So maybe Onyx is in danger here of being jumped. I reckon Onyx is in real danger. Look at the time tumbling down. 19 seconds. I think it's about a 22 second pit stop here. So Onyx may have just screwed himself. They've got to pit this time, surely. They can't go anymore. Look how much more grip Lickle has now over Onyx, man. Just the pace difference is insane now. It's down to under 18 seconds already. He's taken over half a second out in about 3 corners, so there's no other option. These I've got to pit now. Yep, we're going to see Paris peeling in. Now Paris might even be coming under threat here from Lickle Blocks if Lickle Blocks can nail the end of this. Like DRS is now disabled and Lewis has got past Praga because Praga has made a mistake and gone off. And Onyx Mir gets a 5-second stop go. That's tragic for his race. Now where is Lickle Blocks in comparison to Paris? It might be close, but I'm not 100% sure. There's Paris coming out now, and there's Lickle Blocks. So that gap Paris had has been sliced. that gap's going to be under a second by the time that Paris' tyres have heated. And where's Onyxmer? Onyxmer coming out all contact. Aviodun and Prague are making slight contact. I'm not sure if Aviodun may have got front wing damage from that collision. Doesn't really look like it, but then let's see now. Oh, Prague is off. Aviodun, no holds barred this evening. Extreme dirtiness. And Onyxmer pretty close to the back of File. Very scary there. Look at this, Paris seems to have the pace over Little Blocks. There's Onyx on the back of Fire, although he seems to have dropped off now. It's more Fire on the back of Lewis, to be honest. Lewis, who crashed in qualifying on a very good race. And that person who surprised me this race is Medium Pilot, not really getting anywhere, to be honest. He's gained one position this race with over 6 retirements. Far going to look for on Lewis? No, but Lewis runs a bit deep. And that's going to cause a bit of a bottleneck here. LFC Leroy Palmer has left the session, got Fire on the back of Lewis. Gonna look for the outside. Lewis breaks very late and chops him off a little bit there. Can File get the exit he needs to maybe make a move to turn 4? No, not really. Oh, but he's going to run a bit deep. Oh, and that's File. How has he saved that? That car looked destined for the gravel there, but he's managed to keep it out. Oh, very oversteering. The rain seems to be intensifying a little bit. Now, Onyxmer on the back of Lewis, I reckon he's going to be close enough this time round if he can have a clean final corner. Yeah, definitely looks close enough to me. Now tugging sector 3. Not quite sure who it is, but we have Onyxmer maybe looking, but no, not going to be close enough. He's going to go for a different line to Lewis, maybe to get a good exit, and it seems to be the case. Is he maybe going to break late? No. But once again, Lewis goes deep. And Sonic's going to be close enough this time to get him into the next corner. Lewis seems to take a lot more speed, but maybe a bit worse on exit. He's going to look for it. That move didn't look intended, but Lewis track extending to keep that position. I mean, I don't feel he was forced off, so I don't feel that was necessary to track extend by that amount. That's now going to give File a chance. I don't know, it might look at the stewards there if he exceeds track limits to keep that position. Abiodun had some sort of incident. I didn't quite catch what actually happened there, but he's not going to be happy with that. Oh, very, very close to contact. And Josh is in the pits. No, it doesn't look like he has damage, so he's maybe on to a set of wet tyres. It's a set of wet tyres here for Josh. So he's going to be the first to make the move, but Lewis and Onyx now. Onyx on the outside. He's going to be able to make the move stick. He is. What a move there from Onyxmere. Very, very, very nice move. Medium Pilot seems to have picked up a bit of pace here, so maybe he's running a full wet setup, which really wasn't very handy in the dry. Look at the spray, you can barely see. Doesn't look like anybody's going to be closer. Oh, I think there might be a... Who is that? It's a two-time mirror, I believe, yeah. Yellow flags, it's Onyx! I wasn't looking and Onyxmere's gone off! Tragedy for Onyxmere. Well then, I mean, that is horrible for Onyx. I've just watched it back and Onyx just seemed to have lost the rear end. And Paris picked up a penalty! That could be game changing come the end of the race. Surprised nobody else is pitting for wets because it looks very, very, very wet out there. And Firewall is going to come in for a set of wets. Prague is coming in. Abiodun's coming in. Is Lawman going to join them? Lawman is going to join them. Ooh, coming in for, I presume, a set of wet tyres. Now, could Josh have made a very good strategy call here? Maybe jump a few people. From the time, I don't think so, but maybe. All the pit stops seem to have gone well. Actually, is Prague been held? Prague might have been held, I'm not 100%, but oh, there's Lickle. Seems to have really kicked into gear now, and it's 3/10 behind Paris. So the two Sauber drivers, oh, this is crucial because they can't pit at the same time. So whoever is the leading car has the choice of pit stop, and I presume whoever is in the lead will be coming in this lap. So it's probably race critical for Lickle to get ahead of Paris before they come towards the pit lane. Obviously, it's a lot harder to judge the the transition period between inters and wets is between dry and inters, because you don't really have anything like the DRS being disabled or anything like that. You do just have to go off gut feeling. And will we see Paris in? We will see Paris in, so that means Little Block's going to have to stay out for one more lap. And now how much is that going to harm him? As Lewis picks up a 3-second penalty there for a very illegal pit entry, so that's probably deserved. I wonder where File's going to come out in comparison to Lewis and Medium Pilot. He's been a good outlook, he could possibly be ahead of them both. But we're going to have to see. Here comes File, there goes Lewis. I think File is going to be ahead. This is going to be so close. He's got Medium Pilot, but he's not going to get Lewis, I don't believe. No, he's not. Lewis is going to manage to hang on to P3. Now Paris. And where's Little? Little's all the way up here. No, I think we saw the gap drop to about 17 seconds between Little and... who was it? When they picked from the lead. It was Paris. No, it wasn't. It was... Oi, Onyx! Crashed in a straight line. I assume he's had an incident with Josh, who's got no front wing, or damaged front wing. And Onyx has left the second, so clearly not a very happy bunny. But Lickle seems to have not bad pace here, on the wrong tyres, so I assume we'll see him in this lap. And he comes around the final corner, and he's going to come into the pit lane. Hopefully he doesn't crash coming in. No, he's going to keep it all clean, don't speed. Doesn't speed. Now where is Paris? Here's Paris. Now Lickle will either come in P1 or P2, and I presume it will be P2. So Lickle pulls into the pit box. Here comes Paris. There's Lickle, Paris, Lickle. Now is Lickle being held, or is that just a visual glitch? It's a visual glitch, but there goes Paris. Big lead, so that has really hampered Lickle. For me, it says he's on a set of inters. Has Lickle just royally bottled it? Is he actually on a set of intermediates? Now, if Lickle is actually on a set of inters, then that is horrible scenes for him. And from the pace he's showing, I think it is actually true that yes, he is on a set of inters. Yeah, that's got to be true. He's losing so much time here to Paris. Some Lickle blocks. A humongous bottle. I mean, that is just horrible for him. I'm gonna guess he did mean to put on a set of wet tyres, but that is just heartbreaking there for the little Londoner. So that's going to mean Lewis gets up to P2, so Lewis having a very good season so far, and that's going to help Medium Pilot. He's probably going to gain on Lickle now in the championship, because I assume Lickle's going to come in again. No, he's going to stick it out. And he picks up a time count in yellow flag in sector 3. It's somebody, Prague is in. Actually, Medium Pilot might be able to just remove on File. And go to the outside, and it's going to break a lot later. And that's going to be job done for P4. Ooh, oh. Pretty close between those two there. But Lewis now closing up to the back of Lickle blocks. But that's just horrible there for Lickle. Either he didn't get the strategy call, or he forgot to change the tyres. Or it could even be a glitch. I'm not 100% sure. As Lewis now within 5/10 of Lickle blocks. I reckon this isn't going to be much of a fight if Liquid even does put up any sort of fight. Prague and Josh going on to the Inters. So is there maybe the rain going to dry up or something? Because I don't know why so many people are going on to the intermediate tyres. So, what is going on here then? Medium pilot, Slickbox is kind of holding up a little bus. As medium pilot's going to get a wonderful run on Lewis. You can't barely see anything, there's so much. Oh, has Lewis just hit the back of Nickelblocks? Has Lewis got damage from that contact? Well, he's going to go for it. Nickelblock's not going to leave him any room. But on traction, Nickelblock just has no response. But Lewis goes a bit deep. And that's Lewis past. Medium pilot, not into here, son. He has a much better run. This should be an easy move. Not quite though. So look at this train now that's being caused. Paris is probably laughing right now. Easy win for him. I think we'll get Nickelbox into the interviews after the race, even if he does get a podium, just to see what his mindset was, whether it was a mistake or... Still a fucking sector 3. Who is that? It's ADR Lawmans who's gone off. And that's going to allow Praga to close up on instead of intermediate. And medium pilots managed to get past Nickelbox, so Nickelbox's podium hopes gone out the drain. Down the drain, sorry. Abby Odin on the back of File and Little. Are we Odin going to go for a move on Nickel? And don't imagine he'll fight too hard. They break, and Abby Odin, boy, had the job done, but not quite. No, yep, he has now, so medium pilot showing some good pace here on the inside of Lewis. And that might be a move for P2. Can Lewis fight back? Yes, he can. He's going to go deep into the corner. And side by side, and Lewis is going to yield the position. Paris very comfortably out front at the minute. So it seems to lock up Pilot, probably a visual glitch. Ooh. Paris seems to be struggling a little bit, so maybe his win isn't so comfortable after all. as the gap is now down to 5.7 seconds. .4 seconds to Paris. His win might not be so comfortable. So 4.8 seconds now the gap. Paris is probably going to start feeling the pressure soon, seeing that gap tumble, and especially with his 3-second penalty. We can't forget his 3-second penalty, so all the gap needs to come down by is another 1.5 seconds. And this race has gone out of Paris's hands. .2 seconds now, this gap only needs to come down by 1.2 seconds in the final 5 laps. And from what I can see here, that does look like it may happen. Have the Inters come back into it maybe? Because Abby Odin isn't pulling away here from Liquor Box. Liquor Box all over the back of Abby Odin now. That gap only needs to come down by 3 more tenths. Only 1 more tenth. Liquor all over the back of Abby Odin. I wonder if he might be able to make the move for a P5. That gap is now under 3 seconds, so this win is now in the hands of a medium pilot. Well, what incredible scenes here then. This is insane. Nobody quite close enough to make a move here, but the Inters are definitely back in the game. Little may even be able to scrape a podium if the wets really do start to fail. A podium, it's in the distance for Lickle. He might go for it here on Abby. Abby's got a bad run. He's going to go for it on Abby Oden. And he manages to get the move done. That's P5 here for Lickle. And he gets the run on file, but he gets on the grass maybe just a bit. That's going to hamper him. Lewis! 3 wide! Oh no! Lickle off the inside to P3! And Abby Oden on the inside of Lewis. There's so much fighting going on right now. File's gone wide. Lewis manages to hold off from Abby Oden. What is going on here? File picked up a penalty for multiple warnings. Oh my lord! Abby Oden's going to get the run. Contact! It's all going to be alright though. No spins. So, wow. Absolute scenes here this evening. Look at the track, it's looking very intermediate-y. I think Lickle needs to pull 3 seconds to ensure his podium because he does have a 3-second time penalty. And it's Lewis on Abby Oden. Not much room left there, these two. This battle's getting very personal. But I think Abby Oden's going to come out on top. Lickle's secured that 3-second gap. I think he will have after this corner anyway. Yeah, that 3-second gap is in the bag now for Lickle Blocks. Now if this pace carries on, could there be a late charge for P2? Especially if you look how fast Medium Pilot's catching Paris. The gap's under a second now, so he might even try and overtake him on track for the win. Delapag sector 2, who is it? Abby Oden seems very sideways, but it's not him. That gap between Medium Pilot and Lickle Blocks now 5.8 seconds. .5. Lickle doing everything in his power to claw this gap back. I thought he bottled it when he strapped on that set of intermediates, but this could be an absolutely wonder strap from Edward or Lickle Blocks. The 4.6 seconds. Those wets really are not the ties to be on at the minute, but the intermediates are shining. 3.8 seconds. Could we see a Lickle Blocks P1, Yellow Fox in sector 1? It's Josh, he's gone off. That gap under 3 seconds now. What? This could be a worldie of a strat from Lickle. His pace is insane at the minute. He's gained, I think it's about 6 seconds this lap. So if he can get the overtake on these two and maybe pull a gap, he needs 3 seconds to Medium Pilot, and that'll get him the win. If Lickle Blocks wins this is going to be the best win I've ever seen on any Formula 1 game. And Lewis and Prague, oh my! Lewis's tyres I think are completely gone, but Prague on those inters is flying. 1.1 seconds. The gap is now under a second. Look at the pace. Lickle's got the pace. If he can make it, if he can maybe make the move into this next corner, he might be able to pull the 3 seconds. He's going to make the move on Medium Pilot. Oh, if Lickle Blocks wins this race, he is going to be the king of Formula 1. All he's got to do now is get past Paris. He's got to try and get a good run because he needs to get the move done as fast as possible. He's going to get the move done here now. But penalties, Media Pilot's still in the winning position for this race. But he's going to be slowed down by Paris. All Lickle has to do is pull over a second. I mean, it's a lot to ask for, but with those tyres, it's definitely possible. What's going to be the gap now? 2.4. Is he going to win the Spanish Grand Prix? If he does, this is going to be the most incredible scenes. And I think he's got the gap. Little Blocks is going to come across the line to win the Spanish Grand Prix. That is the greatest win you will ever see on any Formula 1 game. I challenge anybody to get a win that is better than that. That is incredible. I am lost for words. What an absolutely incredible race. Let's get him in the party. Actually, I should better make sure there are no other battles going on. No, there are no other battles. Files going to come on for P4, Abby Oden P5, Private P6, Lewis P7, Lawmans P8, Josh P9. Wow, that is insane. I have never seen anything like that. That is something else. Let's get him in the party. I don't think I've ever seen a win that is that incredible in my life. Wow. Hopefully he joins. Wow. Are they joining? I hope so. Still only me. I'm not sure if they are joining.
Alfie, do me a favour and just waffle for about a minute or so. My dad's just calling me.
Okay, well, he's asked me to waffle, so I'm going to waffle. What incredible scenes here at Spain. That is insane. Let me check I've got all the broadcast settings correct so you can hear them all. Yep. So, there are the results for Spain. Little Blocks coming with probably the greatest win I've ever seen of any league. Medium Pilot second, Paris third to round off the podium. Incredible. Well,
do you need me to suggest the other two, or
I've invited them and I don't think they're joining.
let me just message Paris quickly.
Well, I'll interview you anyway. I don't know what to say really. You had me speechless. I thought you'd accidentally put on the int instead of the wets, and you fell all the way down to P7, and you looked out of it, and then those last few laps, your car was 6 or 7 seconds faster, and when you made that move, did you know you was gonna win, or were you like ecstatic coming across the line?
Yeah, it was a gamble to be honest, because Jeff originally told me there was 5 minutes till light rain, and then as the laps kept tumbling by, I was getting slower and slower, being passed by everyone, and then it kept saying 5 minutes, 5 minutes, and then when it got light rain, it was obvious as I was flying. It was an intended strategy, and if you want me to be honest, it would not have pulled off without my teammate Paris, because he done a fantastic job. Because in the end, he let me through and then ran lean and none, I believe, in the final sector, so I could get the victory.
Yeah, well, I don't really know what to say. You actually have me speechless over that win. Um, did you? I think I don't know. I don't know what to ask. I mean, what's the next track?
Ah, I believe it's. Let me just check. I know it's not Monaco because I didn't include like many I don't include any street calendars. I want the best racing. Let me just bear with me a sec. It is.
Canada.
Yeah,
Um,
Canada. Oh, Cliffy's won that already.
so Cliffy turns up. I mean, what do you think of Canada? Is it a good track for you?
Yeah, it's a good track. I think we both know it's Cliffy's OP track. He is a monster around there, so I'll do my best to challenge him. I don't know what Pilot's pace is like round there, but we'll see, I guess.
I believe you take the lead of the championship now, don't you?
Y-
Or were you leading it anyway?
Yeah.
Oh no, Cliffy was
No,
leading it.
Cliffy was leading it by 4 points,
So
and then
do you think?
he was on 40, I was on 36. I'll be on 50. No, I'll be on 61 now.
Do you think you can carry this momentum for the rest of the season and go for the FRS Season 1 title?
Yeah, why not? Because had a second and first, so if I can keep this up, I think I'm definitely gonna be a strong contender to win the title.
Yeah, well, congratulations on winning an absolutely incredible race, probably the best race I've ever witnessed, and hopefully we can have some more incredible races in FRS. I don't think we've had a boring one yet, so maybe we're due one, hopefully not, but thank you very much for giving us a very entertaining race. And
That
thank
party's full, by the way.
thank you everybody for watching tonight, and hopefully we see you again next week. Thank you. Goodbye.